I think the medical curriculum is already full as it is. It is bulky. It's going to take you 6 years to really get a hang of it. And on its own, it's going to do a lot for you as a person, academically, intellectually already. However, if you're a medical student today, if you're a young professional, you need to think about journal writing, and paper and article writings published in journals and stuff like that. Now, the reason why this is increasingly important is because it is becoming a core requirement for postgraduate studies. Now, I think while in medical school, you might not think so. Like getting across that particular exam and going to the next class is enough responsibility already. You're in 400 level, you just want to die and you just want to finish part and farm and then just get into 500 level so that you can take off that stress. Yes, your concerns are valid and your stress is true. I acknowledge it. I've been there. I know what it feels like. However, 3 years after you are going to be a graduate, there's not going to be a need, like a dying need for academic progress. Your learning is now going to be self-inflicted or self-paced, depending on where you see it from. At that point, it will be expected that when you were a student, you did some journal and article writing. So when you want to get admission to study, if you are going through like an MSc route or a PhD route, they're going to ask you, so what article have you written? Since the PhD or the master's degree is going to be actually a paper on a particular subject, that is what it actually is. Like essentially, it's going to be your thesis or your desert thesis. Since that's what you're going to be doing at the end of the day, what have you done to show that you deserve to be here? What have you published to show that you deserve to be here? So it becomes a core requirement when it comes to like admissions, further studies, other opportunities, and to be honest, even to practice medicine, to practice some branches of medicine, it requires that you have done some publishing already. So it's needed actually. It's not just like a luxury that intelligent students who have finished the curriculum should be engaging in. It's actually something that involves even the average student. Like, why should you inflict this upon yourself to distract you, to give you more stress? Why should you do it? Because even as part of your undergraduate curriculum, you already have a responsibility to do some publications already. Your community health project, your community-based experience services, your elective, your attachment postings will require you to give some reports. Even some of your clinical postings will require you to write some reports already. Most times it's presented as seminars and submitted to the department locally. But I'm telling you that since you already know that at least 4 writings are going to be done for you, like you're going to do some 4 publications, minimum of 4 publications. Actually, you're going to do about like 5 to 6 publications as a medical student. Most times it is done locally and submitted to your department and game over. But since you already know that these things exist, you can leverage on it and then use it as like a stepping stone so that you can actually have those. And like have those ones that you can publish in other journals, like public journals. And also you can have your name quoted in particular papers and research. Like, how can I start? You can start. As I already told you, you have minimum of 6 required of you of your undergraduate study already. So what you need left is now to flesh out, like to clarify what it really means, like put your attention to it so that you can see opportunities to do it. Now, as a medical student, you might not have the time nor the resources to be doing comparative study, how to compare between arterial blood gas monitoring and pulse oximetry monitoring in 10,000 babies in the University of so. You might not have the opportunity to do that, but you can do case reports. So you are in pediatric rotation and then you see a child that has Crouzon syndrome or has retinoblastoma that has been commanded by the ophthalmologist. This is your opportunity to do a unique single case presentation report that you can publish. And you know, when I say publish, you'll be thinking far, but you can start with your medical school journal. You can start with your medical students association report. Practice with those ones, and then you begin to upscale when the time. Unique case reports or special cases you see, and you don't have to do it alone. You can do it in partnership with your classmates. You can even do it in partnership with teachers, your lecturers. If like you can make them, you can do the work and use their influence and their authority to facilitate the fact that you want to do something, especially if they have the details, because they're going to give you details, they give you other details and perspectives that you might not have considered when you are doing your paper publications. So you can do unique case solo presentation case reports, and you can do old versus new techniques or various techniques. You can do comparative studies of techniques of doing particular things. For example, you are in surgery, or you are in a very unique rotations where there are two approaches to doing things. You can compare them. You can compare them as part of your case report. And see, if you think about this, it's going to jump at you when you like put your attention as you go through your rotations, especially your clinical rotations. And you can even start doing this from preclinical, but I would say you wait to be a little bit more mature as a clinical student so you can have more opportunities and ideas on how to do these particular studies. And there are many journals now. The other question is, where will I do my publications that will be, respected? Don't be thinking of New England Journal of Clinical Medicine. Keep that until you become, a medical doctor, accomplished and all that, because of the cost and the implication and the staging and all the processes you're going to endure. But there are journals for medical students. I'm going to drop a whole list of it, but I'm going to list some here so that you can have an idea. There is the Nigerian Medical Journal. There is the International Journal for Medical Students, Nigerian Journal of Clinical Research, Journal of Injury, Journal of Surgery, NCBI, Science Directs. These are just quite, but I'm going to drop a list here and you can look at them. And maybe in the description of this video, each of us can actually drop links to journals that medical students can actually publish just to help all of us through it. The other part of it is some of these journals are actually paid journals, so I'm not going to tell you, and they charge mostly in dollars. And there's a whole range of price. You can be getting something of up to $100, and that's why I said earlier, you don't have to do it alone. So where am I going to get the money to fund it? Your scholarship monies, your bursary monies, and now you're partnering with other students, so it cuts the cost. If you partner with 3 medical students, $100 becomes $33 for each of you, and then that becomes a more reasonable thing to do. So yeah, think about it like that. And remember, you're doing this for you in the long run. So when you Google search yourself, your full name, 3 articles can come up online, 10 articles can come up online, and then this is the work, this is the science work that you have done. And then this gives you upper edge when you're applying for opportunities and unique things where these are requirements. I hope this goes out well to meet you, and I hope you actually put your interest in things like that. Don't forget to drop in the comment section journals and links of opportunities for medical students so that we can all learn from me. Thank you very much. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and grow as the algorithm would to support the algorithm. Thank you very much, and see your next article online.